Our original sentence was, technology can be useful. And we said that was a pretty stupid sentence because it was so obvious. But why is obvious bad in this case? Well, first of all, what do we mean by technology? Isn't that kind of vague? We could mean this pen and paper, or the phone I'm filming on, or the screen with the script, or a rock that I throw at a gazelle. All of those are technologies. Second, can be is pretty vague too. It's non-committal. Lots of things can be useful. A more interesting claim would be if something is useful for a specific purpose, but even then, all we have is useful. That's definitely too vague. My first thought to develop this was to do something with TikTok that would help me have a specific technology and to, reach the youths. But when I went to Google Scholar and I tried to find sources, I couldn't find anything. Also, I don't know very much about TikTok, so I had a hard time coming up with search terms. Eventually, I did find one article, but it was behind a paywall, which is terrible. Never, ever pay for an article like that. I decided to switch to a technology I'd seen a lot in the news lately, and that I thought might have more academic interest: virtual reality. VR, especially in literature and speculative academic writing, has been around a lot longer than TikTok, and the potential applications are a lot more interesting too. But when I went to find articles, I realized I didn't understand very much about the terms they were using, so I backtracked to Wikipedia and did some general reading. After I had a better idea of what I was looking for, I went back to the academic sources. I knew I wanted to focus on more recent articles, so I limited my search to since 2013, which is 1 year after the first Oculus Rift came out. As I was reading about all the potential for VR, I started to feel really old. I work in a text-mediated field, meaning everything I do is about reading and writing. Put another way, my goal is to get people to imagine things and then to write about them so that other people can read those things and then imagine along with the writer. I've always loved this process, loved reading, but reading is just a pale imitation of VR, right? I began to wonder how reading and writing, these things I'd always loved, could survive in a world where VR was cheap and widely available. Already, I spend more time listening to podcasts and audiobooks than I do actually reading, so maybe the question isn't how those things can survive, it's if they should. I don't know the answer to that question, which means I've got a good topic now, something I'm uncertain about, something that could go either way. Now I can go do my research, and in writing my paper, I'll find an answer. So, which is it? Viva VR, how accessible technology will render books useless, or reading on the moon, ancient tech in a virtual world.